The Metro East Sports Podcast is proudly presented by Little Caesars, famous for its hot and ready pizza and delicious crazy bread. Little Caesars has been named Best Value in America for the past 12 years. Little Caesars products are made with quality ingredients like fresh, never frozen mozzarella and Munster cheese and sauce made from fresh packed, vine ripened California crushed tomatoes. Treat your family to some delicious Little Caesars pizza in Alton, Glen Carbon, Troy, Collinsville, Shiloh, or Granite City today.
Get ready for the award-winning #1 sports podcast on our side of the river. It's time for the Metro East Sports Podcast.
From the front office Wealth Strategies studio in beautiful, still hot, despite the fact that it's fall, Edwardsville, welcome to the Metro East Sports Podcast, talking all things sports in the Metro East, season number 6, show number 31, recorded Monday, September 29th, 2025. I am David Leip. Tonight's show features, back again for the 4th week in a row, Coach Kevin Paulo. We're going to talk high school football with KP's Football Corner. Guest number 2, we are going to talk to the only undefeated coach in the Metro East so far, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Coach Zach Klostermeyer from Dupo will be here to talk about his 5-0 Dupo Tigers. And guest number 3, we are going to talk beach volleyball with Coach Bob Vollmer from McKendree University, and he's going to bring with him Brooke Junker and Maddie Stevens. Big thanks to partners Cassens, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Keller Williams, Marquis, the Blasting Game Group, Integrity Spine, and Joint Center, Front Office, Fiduciary Network, Oakbrook Golf Club, Viviano Heating and Air Conditioning, Play It Again Sports, Edwardsville, and Dazzling Decor and more. And I'm going to ask you for 3 things. Number 1, subscribe to this podcast. It's free, and you'll love it. Number 2, follow us all of our social media platforms on X, Facebook, and of course the Gram. And number 3, if you have a story idea, email me please at mespdave@gmail.com. And don't forget to nominate your favorite team for Integrity Spine and Joint Center Metro East Team of the Month. Could be a park and rec team, could be a middle school team, a high school team. You get to decide. Could be a college team. To nominate a team for Team of the Month, send your suggestion to mespdave@gmail.com. Please put Team of the Month in the subject line. Good to see you, Coach. How you doing?
Doing great, Coach. Another crazy week in high school football we get to talk about today.
It was, I think, the most interesting week so far. You agree?
Absolutely.
Like the most going on as far as I could tell. This was the week where there was the most going on. All right, let's talk about last week's game. You go first.
Okay, we'll talk about the Althoff-Mount Vernon game. Althoff went down to Mount Vernon, took it on the chin, 29-28 to Mount Vernon. Another tough week for Althoff, taking it on the chin.
Does that hurt a little bit for you as a Althoff alumni? Does that bother you to watch the Crusaders lose?
That hurts, Coach.
What's their record now? They're
They're 2-3,
and they're still ranked. Well, we're going to get to this more later, but they're still pretty near the top in our small school rankings.
I think
where are they going to finish up, you think? They're playing a tough schedule right now, teams that potentially they would or wouldn't play in the playoffs, teams that they wouldn't see.
Well, this week they go to the big school. They play Collinsville, and that's going to be a tough matchup, I think, for them there. Collinsville beat Mount Vernon, I believe it was last week. It was a close, low-scoring game, 7-6. So this game's going to be pretty interesting coming up.
Okay.
Small school versus big school.
All right. Other games from last week. Keep going through your list there.
Okay, we had Freeburg and Columbia. This one was a shocker for me. Freeburg took down Columbia 23-14. I had picked Columbia in that matchup. I thought for sure that Columbia was going to go in there and take care of business.
But Freeburg, too much close game, 23-14. And did you mention the Althoff score, by the way? 1 point.
Yep, 29-28.
Oof. Okay.
It was a tough one.
And then Dupo.
What can I say about Dupo, Coach? They're undefeated, as you mentioned in the intro there. They came up with a win over Carlisle. I could see them possibly, I looked at their schedule, I could see them possibly going undefeated.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. So up next, they've got Redbud, Chester, Sparta, and Wood River. We are through week number 5. They're 5-0. So again, Redbud, Chester, Sparta, Wood River. Okay.
Sparta might be the tricky one for me. I just feel Sparta could give them a little bit of a challenge, but I think I'm counting on them. I'm doing the KP dog on Dupo finishing out the season undefeated.
Really?
Yep. I'm going out on a limb, Coach.
Undefeated, 9-0.
9-0.
Okay. All right, keep going. You have one more game you want to talk about with the small schools, Cahokia.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that one, Coach. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Cahokia with a big win. This was one of my games of the pick of the dog of the week.
This was your dog of the week.
This was the dog. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Cahokia with a huge win over the high-powered offense over Marion, 28-22. And I've got some stats to share with you later in Players of the Week.
Unbelievable game.
And a key thing there, Cahokia had 14 penalties.
Really?
14 penalties.
And still came out on top. You got some angst from the Marion faithful.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said, keep questioning us. I wanted to say, hey, those opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily Dave's.
Absolutely.
So direct your vitriol towards Kevin Paolo.
But I did pick Marion over Althoff 2 weeks ago.
And Marion is having a great year. Stud quarterback.
18 TDs. He led the nation with 18 TDs as of last week and no picks.
No hate for Marion here whatsoever. Good. Hope they run the table.
Yep.
Hope they have a great year. Okay. All right. Big schools. Last week. Big games from last week. Let's talk about those games.
Well, we got to go my Tigers versus Belleville East. That was a huge game, huge Southwestern Conference battle. Edwardsville struggled on the defensive end of it. I think Belleville East kind of ran all over them early. But they came back with a huge comeback in the last minute of the game, which I'll talk about later in Players of the Week. 41-39, the Tigers.
Came down to the last minute of play. I saw some highlights on social media.
And I'll talk a little bit about that with my plays.
Okay.
Players of the Week.
Game number 2.
Number 2, Triad versus Highland. Huge rivalry game. They hate each other. I did not pick this one properly. I picked Highland over Triad, and Triad held stout and came back and took it to Highland, 42-22.
You got that one wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Game number 3.
And last but not least, Belleville West at East St. Louis. The Flyers ran all over the Maroons 67-0. Not much you can say about that.
No. Was that a surprise to you or not?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Players of the Week from last week.
All right. We'll touch into this one. Tigers, we just talked about this. Tigers, Yale Weaver took the Tigers 80 yards to score the game-winning TD with under a minute remaining. In one part of that, they were 3rd down and 10 to go, and he found him in the end zone for the touchdown. So that was really one of the highlights.
I think probably 2 of the most exciting football games that I've known about in the last 3 years have taken place between Edwardsville and Belleville East at Belleville East. Jake Curry's, pretty sure that was his senior year. They erased a big deficit and back and forth, crazy offensive game. So, congrats to both teams on a fantastic game. It hurts to lose that game, but you got to be an awesome team to be in that game.
Well, it's a shame somebody had to lose that game. Absolutely.
Yeah. Michael Harrison Jr. does a fantastic job, along with Kelsey Pickering at Edwardsville, Coach Harrison at East. Okay.
Go to the next game. This was Breeze Central's Cole Davis. He had 17 carries, 136 yards, 4 TDs, and a win over Freeburg. 49-zip.
4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns, Coach.
Good for you, Cole.
We want to go on to our next game, and here's my Dupo Tigers here. Deegan Prater ran for 2 TDs, threw for 1, and had 3 interceptions playing both ways to seal victory over Carlisle. That's a hell of a night.
Yeah, that's a heck of a night. Good for him.
And then I'll go back talking a little bit about the Cahokia win over Marion, and we talked about the 14 penalties that Cahokia had, but they actually slowed down the high-power offense that included Callahan Roper, who was we talked about being the leading the nation in TDs. He had 18 TDs with no picks. Against Cahokia, they held him to 1 TD and 1 pick.
Callahan Roper.
I love that name.
Great name. Callahan Roper. Sounds like a baseball player too, though.
I like it.
Okay, keep going. Rankings.
Okay, you got the rankings, Coach.
Okay, rankings. These are the new rankings based on those new games, the games that you just heard in week number 5. We're going to go from the bottom up in the large schools. Number 10, locking it down at number 10 again this week, the Redbirds of Alton. Number 9, going from 6 to 9 due to their loss to Triad, Highland High School. Number 8, Mascoutah. Number 7, Triad. Number 6, Collinsville. Number 5, O'Fallon. Number 4, Belleville West. Number 3, Belleville East. Number 2, Edwardsville. And number 1, East St. Louis. So the big switch there was Edwardsville and East, flip-flop 2 and 3. And then, of course, Highland went from 6 to 9. And Triad went from 9 to 7. So some shifting around in the large schools. In the small school rankings, number 11, Alton Marquette. Number 11, Mater Dei. Number 10, Marquette. Number 9, Sparta. Number 8, the undefeated Dupo Tigers. Come on, man. How are you going to put them at number 8? They're undefeated. How can they not be 1?
We got to give them some love, Coach.
Well, okay. Number 7, Waterloo. Number 6, Columbia. 5, Roxana. 4, Freeburg. 3, Althoff, despite their 2 and 3 record. And tied for number 1, our first ever tie at the top for the rankings, Cahokia and Central. So Cahokia goes from 5 to tied for 1. Central stays at 1. And Althoff drops from 2 to 3 in the Metro Esports Podcast small school football rankings. What do you want to say about that?
All I can tell you, Coach, is Breeze Central's a powerhouse. And so far, I don't think they've been tested at all this year, and it's going to be interesting to see as we look ahead towards the playoffs how they're going to hold down the fort.
It'll be fun to see. Okay. All right, games of the upcoming week. Let's talk about those for a second. Start us off there, KP.
All right, here we go. My number 1, my Tigers at East St. Louis. Number 1 versus 2, battle of the heavyweights. The Southwestern Conference battle. This will be a dogfight, in my opinion.
You think?
Yep.
It'll be competitive.
I think it'll be competitive.
Okay.
I think Edwardsville's going to tie up their defensive woes this week, and they're going to be ready to play.
Okay. All right.
And then we have Belleville West versus O'Fallon, 4 versus 4. I think that's another thing that's going to be a competitive Southwestern Conference battle. They're both been hovering down the middle of the pack there a little bit. So I think that'll be a close game.
O'Fallon, for the record, is 5. West is 4, and O'Fallon is 5. Okay. O'Fallon.
And then we have O'Fallon. We just talked about the Belleville West game.
Yep.
And those are the games of the week.
O'Fallon this week plays West, and East is at Alton.
Yep. I didn't put East and Alton in the game of the week.
Okay. Good enough. And Roxana, 4-1, is at Freeburg, also 4-1. Both teams are having strong records so far this season, as you have noted there. Althoff takes on the big boys of Collinsville. And then you've got your KP's picks of the week. Dupo also 5-0, taking on Red Bud. And you've already predicted a perfect season for Dupo. No pressure at all on Zach Klostermeyer, who's waiting there to wait his turn to come in here.
Coach, no pressure.
KP's picks of the weeks, you got West over the Panthers.
Yes, sir.
28-21. Keep going. Roxana?
Over Freeburg, 28-21. I've got my Alameda, the Crusaders, over the K-Hawks, 21-14. And I've got Duper over Redbud, 35-14.
Althoff over the K-Hawks, huh?
Yes, sir.
That'll be interesting. And the dog of the week.
I'm going out on a way big limb here. A huge limb. A huge limb. The Edwardsville Tigers over the Flyers, 38-35 in an offensive battle.
Okay. All right. You heard it here first. Kevin Paulo, KP, is predicting the upset, the Edwardsville Tigers, to beat the Flyers 38-35 on a last-minute kick.
Last-minute kick.
Interception, what do you say?
Last-minute kick.
More Yale Weaver heroics?
More Yale Weaver heroics.
Okay. The opinions expressed on the Metro East Sports Podcast are not necessarily those of the host, David Leip, and all comments disagreeing with Kevin Paulo should be directed toward Kevin Paulo. But thanks a lot for coming by, Kevin. It's always good to see you. And as usual, KP's Football Corner is presented by Dazzling Decor and More in beautiful downtown Troy, right next to Wine for the Win.
Wine and Win.
Wine and Win. Go check them out. They've got high-end furniture on consignment and new furniture and everything you need furniture-wise. Go check out Dazzling Decor and More in Troy. Coach Zach Klostermeyer up next.